What up? It's your boy JC, and I got this new segment called Embarrassing Moments in My Life because when I reminisce and I start thinking about certain shit, there's been a lot of little embarrassing things that have happened. But this particular moment in time, I was actually in eighth grade. It was either seventh or eighth, but I'm just gonna say eighth. And my best friend at the time, my man Will, not to be confused with my man Jay Blaze, who's also Will, but my man Will back when I was living in New York. Um, we went to a party and we young, we in eighth grade, and it's not like nowadays where everybody fucking by the time they in sixth, seventh, or eighth grade. So you in eighth grade back then, you trying to actually get some ass, you trying to get into something, but you have the handful of girls that are fast, and then you have majority of them that's not even trying to give it up. You know what I'm saying? Because they know you're going to talk about them. It don't matter what you say. They know you're going to talk about them. And once you label the hoe, that's it. But I digress. Anyway, we had a party in the hood. And where I grew up at, we had our hoods. But it's not like where most cities, if you from this hood, you don't want to go to this hood. Like an opposing neighborhood or project. It's all love. Like everybody went to school with each other. Everybody was cool. So we in this one hood. We weren't from there, but we knew a lot of people from there. And it's all about partying and shit. Nowadays girls don't even dance. You just pull a girl over and she just start rubbing her ass on your dick. But anyway, I'm with my man Will, and there's this one chick that walked by, and her body was on point. But mind you, she was from my hood, my neck of the woods. So I knew this broad already. And my man Will, I could see he had the eye of the tiger. And he looking at her up and down. He just staring at her ass. And he doing little gestures, trying to grab her hand or whatever, trying to get her attention and try to get her over there to talk to him, dance with him, whatever. And I'm like, yo, mm-mm. That's all I said. Mm-mm. And I shook my head. And this is before he had her full attention. She didn't even realize he was trying to come on to her. And then he's not heeding my words. He's not taking what I'm trying to tell him, the slight cues I'm trying to give his ass, into consideration. But I didn't get an opportunity to tell him backstory because the music's bumping, it's loud as hell, and you can't really talk in there. And I'm not trying to be in this man's ear telling him some shit at the moment. If I'm your boy and I'm saying mm-mm, that should just be enough for your ass to realize something is wrong here. But just to give some backstory before I proceed, I knew this chick. She's a cutie. She alright. And when I say alright, that means you at the very least would want to fuck her. But on any given day, if you around her, something doesn't smell right. And I'm pretty sure you could put two and two together. But it could be any given day. And it's not like you even gotta get too close to the chick. If you in her vicinity and the wind's blowing the wrong way, you might catch a little whiff of something you don't want to catch. So I don't know what was up with her personally, but sometimes she just wasn't smelling too fresh, and she was older, so that's kind of nasty. You in high school and you ain't got no hygiene. Ugh. Anyway, I wouldn't touch that bro with a 10-foot pole, let alone mine that's in my damn pants. So when I'm telling them that's exactly what I mean. Like, she's not too fresh. So we not about to have sex on the dance floor, but all that friction and shit carrying on, something might start, hitting your nose kind of fun. But anyway, his ass ain't listen. He ain't heed my words. And next thing I know, he gets her attention, and he whispering whatever the hell he whispering in her ear. And all I know, she turned around and just start backing it up on him. And my man is on top of the world until his nostrils start flaring. And mind you, I'm right next to him. And I smell it. As soon as this bro start twerking, we ain't call it that back then, but whatever. As soon as she started doing that, oh my God, it was enough to send your fucking nose hairs Ugh, ugh, I can still smell it to this day, and that was over 10 years ago. But I've never seen I've never seen somebody make such a stink face. But meanwhile, he's still dancing with the chick. But he got the ugg mug on, like thinking, why the hell did I not listen to my boy? Oh my goodness. And the chick just kept dancing. It's like the more she danced, the worse the smell got. Ugh. Like fucking, if you at a market, like an open market, I don't know how many people are from very diverse backgrounds, but I know with my background, I got some Caribbean background. There's certain markets you go to, um, the stuff is a lot fresher, but it's still out. So you don't want stuff to be out too long, because that shit'll start stinking. And just imagine a fish at market. And they got the fish on ice, but it's hot as a bitch. It's in the middle of summertime. And that ice is gonna melt. And if they don't sell that fucking fish soon, it's gonna be smelling rank. So this chick finally, she dancing. I don't guess he don't want to be uh rude. But shit, she was fucking rude to bring her stank ass coochie over here in the first place. But anyway, he lets her finish. She walks away. He was like, yo, what the fuck? and I said, and I said, yo, I tried to tell you. I said, mm-mm. He said, I know what the hell you meant, man. He said you should say something if it's like that. He said that shit hit my fucking nasal passage and I couldn't even think right. And no lie, her shit was like that. Oh my goodness. So from that point on, the chick was dubbed Rank Fish, and my man got clowned for it by me ever since. And there wasn't a story I ever told any of our other boys, because that's embarrassing in itself. For the chick mainly, but I mean, you were warned. You were warned, and you were actually into her. And I mean, pretty face, nice waist will get you sometimes. But if your boy is telling you, and he's a real friend, and he ain't got time to explain, you better take heed of those magic words, or you could be dealing with a rank fish chick too. And I know I call it embarrassing moments in my life, but I was embarrassed for this man. It was disgusting. Seriously. Ugh. And the thing is, I saw her ass the following week because we lived in the same building. And sometimes she talked, sometimes she wouldn't, but I'm walking in the elevator and, she's in the corner like trying to be kind of like inconspicuous. But bitch, you in the elevator. Like if somebody walks in, they're gonna see your ass. And the same thing. It's like, why is your hygiene so fucked up? Really? But that just goes to show, uh, gentlemen and ladies too. But if you try and get at somebody, granted this was just dancing, but if you try and get at somebody like that, and you actually get into a position where you may actually do something with them, I don't know if your older brothers or your pops taught you this, but you better do that finger check. You better do that finger check before you go sticking something else up in there. Because if they hygiene ain't right, there's something wrong with them. Something wrong with them. And my man Will, to this very day, son, I ain't tell nobody about this story, but I'm sorry, bro. I had to let it be because it just crossed my mind, and it was the funniest shit in the world. I laugh about it all the time, all the time. But that's just one of many embarrassing moments throughout my life. And it may not directly involve something that embarrassed me per se, but I got so many of them that I'm going to hit y'all off with. But I'm going to let this video ride out. And if you enjoyed my embarrassing life story, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any other embarrassing moments, why don't you share in the comments section. If you want to hear about any other embarrassing moments or any moments in life, period. Because we all have certain moments that we've experienced, and some may be just a little bit different than others. Then please suggest it. I'm very open to just giving my input, my take, or my story on anything. Alright? So this is your boy JC, and I'm out. Peace.
No toleraré impertinencias en mi turno. Ven aquí, no escaparás. Prepara tu ataúd. ¡Basta ya! What is your true name, rogue?
It's, Captain Pissoff.
Bien que pauvre paysan.
Where is the sage? Did you set him free?
I had nothing to do with that. Much as I wish I did.
Take him to the ports. Send him to Sevilla with the treasure plate.
Wait now! I delivered your treasures, didn't I?
You did, yes. But you robbed us of Duncan Warlow.